Morning after, we're back. Crazy Wednesday night slate of games. I tweeted something about this, but the fact that it was midnight Eastern and there was a four box available of Arizona State, BYU, TCU, Duke, Cal, and Michigan, Washington is insane to me. Like, never going to get used to the Big Ten stuff
Oh, that's a lot of ACC in
and the
there.
ACC
Yeah,
stuff. Like, them playing at 11 p.m. I'm just never going to be used to that. But I mean, I guess didn't really used to be a Big 12 thing either, and now it is. Um, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Rick. Yes, I did say that yesterday, but I was clearly joking. UNC is absolute cheeks. Um, yeah. So I mean, where do you even want to start? Because we got like Purdue and Iowa, great game. Vanderbilt takes their first loss. Like UNC allows Stanford to shoot 16 of 28. We got so many places we could start. Where do you want to start?
wherever. I mean, I think my biggest takeaway from it, no one really covered. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone. I think Duke's the only team that covered the spread last night.
Yep. And
That's just kind of telling.
yeah, and what was crazy about that game is like it was close until about 10 minutes left in the second half. Like all the games were pretty good for the most part. Like, I mean, the funniest part about it is Vanderbilt getting beat by 16 by Texas is one of the worst games of the night.
Yeah, I mean, Vandy's an interesting one. I do believe in the Vandy hype. I think it's really unfortunate the Frankie Collins injury though.
Yeah, yeah. It's is Texas like just the is Texas the not that good team that's just gonna beat like ranked opponents all year? Like Bama and Vandy back to back is kind of crazy.
Um, Connor, by the way, I think Michigan didn't cover. I think it was just like a late three. I think it was one of them situations like Michigan should have covered type of deal and just didn't. I don't know. I got no comments on Texas really. Shout out my guy Rodney Pope. Shout out my guy JP.
I forgot about that. Wasn't even trying to set you up there. Hey, maybe you and Riley sparked something. Like there's a chance Texas's locker room has like bulletin boards with like y'all's faces on the bulletin board.
Hook 'em, baby. You told me don't sleep, and then they beat Vandy the next game.
Yeah, I mean, he he might have been on to something. So. Do we think that like where are you at on Vandy? Is Vandy like are you still okay? Vandy's really good, or is this like a this the Collins thing, and then just is it maybe a little fluky? Like where are you at with Vandy?
I don't think it's fluky by any means. I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, I would say it's a situation where I do believe I do believe Vandy's like a really well coached team that doesn't have the horses to win the race.
Yeah,
And I think Frankie Collins is a really massive injury for them. I think Frankie Collins is a really underrated guard, specifically defensively. I think he's one of the best perimeter defenders in the country. So I think I don't know. I think both those are true, and unfortunately, it's going to be really tough for them to keep up without Frankie. And there's going to be games where they just lose. I mean, Texas isn't bad, bro. They've sucked all year. Texas is one of those teams that's constantly like, wow, this team isn't very good, but like they do have talent year in and year out.
yeah. I just like I think Blake makes a good point. Like Vanderbilt has three good guards. Where it's going to get hard for them in March is I do think the front court is just. I think that's where the lack of forces is very evident. Like I think Tanner and Duke can score with most back courts, but the front court gets a little tough. I still think they're really good, but it's I definitely agree with that a little bit. No shout out for Cam Heidi, LOL. Hey, Purdue
No,
making waves.
no, no shout out.
Oh man. Um, I guess Cam Heidi's a good transition into Purdue. That game, that was a fun game, man. And honestly, like it was a game that like it showed a lot about Purdue. I mean, Greg tweeted something. I think it was Greg tweeted something similar to this. I was thinking it as I watched it. Like that's the type of game that a championship caliber team wins. They didn't necessarily have their best stuff. Iowa had a good defensive game plan. Like nobody really went off. I mean, I know this sounds crazy to say like it's a modest game, but I mean Braden had like 16 and 8 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they did a good job on TKR. Like they played good defense, and still Purdue was just kind of like inevitable, and they still found a way to eke it out and win 79-72 against a good Iowa team. Like I thought that was a win that a championship caliber team just gets when they didn't really have their best stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'd feel differently if it was at Iowa. Um, that's I agree with Connor. Like, at what point is it then these dudes can't miss to where our defense just gives up too many open looks? Like how I don't know that the game flow of it was any different from an Iowa perspective that I've seen other teams have with Purdue. I think Purdue might have played worse, right? Like, and I do think it's impressive that Purdue offensively maybe didn't get everything they wanted, and then they were just able to squeak one out. But like, I'm waiting for the game where they make me feel like they can play defense.
Yeah, I get that for sure. Because I think that this was close to it, but not like it still wasn't exactly that. Like where I worry about Purdue is if they get in a real like that. That's why the Iowa State game was so tough, right? Because they got in that tough, slow, physical, mucky defensive game. That's the game that scares me for them.
There's two games that scare me. It's obviously that one, and then it's the let's get in a one-on-one battle. Like like if BYU forces them to play the way BYU plays, right? And I don't think BYU is good enough to beat Purdue, but just for an example, right? Like if BYU forces them to get into a Richie, Rob Wright, AJ, just go ones with CJ, Braden, and Fletch type of thing, like those are spots that I do have some fear with Purdue, if I'm being honest. And then the gritty defensive game, because like I don't know, man. Like you could throw anybody out there, and it feels like they're making 10 plus threes on Purdue at the moment. So like if you go up against like an elite defensive team and they still knock down 10 threes, man, are they gonna look really good by the end of that game? So I don't know. I mean, I don't disagree with Pickle Rick. I don't disagree with G. Like, yeah, I mean, beating Iowa is a spot where like Purdue is a championship contender team, right? Like that no one's going to deny that. I think they're one of the best 3 to 4 teams in the sport. Any team getting in a one-on-one game versus someone like AJ is good for BYU. Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah,
He's the best player in college basketball.
it's
Like
not.
not best. He's the most talented player in college basketball.
Oh, dude.
AJ getting to go ones with anybody, but AJ getting to go ones particularly with Purdue, right? Like there's other teams that like match up a lot better to that. I would say. To me, the issue with the defense, and Connor brought it up, the high hedge scheme is rough. And I would ask like Connor, we got Pickle Rick in here, we got Andy, we got a lot of Purdue fans in here. Is the defense good, or is Paint really, really, really good at coaching? Right? And that to me is where like they lose me just a tad. Like I think the schemes they run in moments and in spots on defense to cover up the weaknesses of the defense are phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Yeah, no, I mean that's actually a great segue because we have to talk about like Ben McCollum's post game thing. Greg tweeted it. They asked him about Braden, and he kind of like, I don't know, man. His answer was kind of weird. Like he made the weird like face, and then he was like, I mean, Braden's good, but their coaching staff doesn't get enough credit. And like, I agree with their coaching staff doesn't get enough credit, but like, he seemed a little salty that Bennett just got walked down by Braden. I'm not gonna lie, like it was interesting, but no, I agree with you because like I think that it being a jab towards Braden is a little misconstrued. I think it was more what you're saying, which is he was like, you guys don't understand how like well coached and smart this staff is.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I gotta be honest. I didn't see the. I don't know. I guess I didn't full on see the jab from Ben there. I was actually watching the clip before we got on here. I didn't full on see it. Maybe I misunderstood what he was saying though. Like I only watched it once. Sometimes you have to watch some these things coaches say 2 or 3 times to fully understand what they were saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, to me, he called Braden the quarterback of the most complex offense in basketball, essentially. So I think to me, I thought what I thought he like. I don't know if he gave Braden enough credit for being like a one-on-one guy, like his ability to like, um, um, his ability to like, what's the word? Be creative, I guess you could say, like to run away from the scheme. I don't think he like um gave Braden enough credit in that spot, but I don't know. Like I didn't. He could have went a different way with that answer, but I don't. To me, that's more so college coaches in general. I don't think college. I don't think the players ever really get a ton of credit in college basketball.
No, I don't either. I think a lot of like, I think there's a lot of stuff, and I think there's a lot of circumstances where we give coaches a lot of praise where maybe they don't. I mean, this sounds harsh, but like, oh, there's a lot of times where I see people be like so and so's team, but we got to talk about the personnel and the players and stuff too. Like, I mean, I just, I do think this though. With all the Purdue fans in the chat, I want to say this. When we say, at least to me, this is how I see it, that there's like a very specific type of game that worries us for Purdue. To me, that kind of speaks to how good Purdue is because you have to have a certain formula to be able to beat them. You can't just walk in and do whatever and beat them. I think that's the sign of like a good team. Like you have to beat them a certain way.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I guess here's my question for everybody. Like, did we have doubts Purdue was good? Like,
Yeah, like see,
you know, if it feels like whether like with what you just said or like what Ben McCollum said, like were we questioning how talented and good this Purdue team was? Like, did was this performance necessary? Because it feels like to me it wasn't necessary.
yeah.
Like I already knew like, but like it feels like to an extent like this Purdue performance was necessary to like kind of prove something. But like Pickle Rick, what did this like what like it was necessary after Iowa State. Nothing happened last night that changes how I feel about Iowa State.
Yeah, see, look, I'm gonna be honest here. Let's lay out the timeline. And this might piss some people off, but whatever, I'm gonna do it. Purdue, preseason, national champion, favorites, all that. Iowa State game goes bad. They rightfully get criticized. Instead of their fan base and everyone taking the stance of, all right, like that was a bad game. We got to sharpen some things up. Maybe we have flaws and aren't quite as good as we thought, but we're still a really good team. We're going to figure it out because we have Peyton Braden. That game was 2 months ago. Now they haven't lost again. They're great. And instead of just admitting that they had a bad game and that they had to work out some kinks, and there's still some kinks to work out, anytime you point out like one thing that isn't even negative, it's just like this is what happened and this is still impressive, but it's like, for example, if I came on here and said, I thought Bennett Sertz played good last night, the first comment that like a Purdue fan is going to make is, oh, so you thought we sucked? So you thought Braden Smith was bad? Like, no, that's not what I'm saying.
I think that's extreme too.
I
don't think Purdue fans are doing that.
I mean, that's what it's like what the Duke fans. No, I'm not saying you don't know ball. I know you know ball. I'm just saying I think that like because you guys are so good, you like get really offended if like someone doesn't immediately say this team's winning it all. Like I think it's okay to have the opinion that like, for example, like obviously Michigan lost. Dion and I were wrong, but I don't think it was crazy at the time to say Michigan was the best team in the Big Ten. And I feel like a lot of Purdue people thought that was crazy to say.
I mean, I still don't think it's crazy to say.
No, 100%. But is that like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's my only thing. Like I do think Purdue fans know ball. I just think they're really passionate about their team.
I do think. Okay, here's my honest take on all of it. And this is my opinion based upon the way like Purdue fans are, I guess, acting. I don't know. And I mean, Purdue fans, you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. Please tell me if I'm wrong. This was the year, right? Is the year. Like this is it, right? Like Purdue is a phenomenal basketball program, but to an extent, there is belief within the fan base. This is a really, really hard roster to replicate, right? It's really, really hard to have the National Player of the year in and year out, the way they have with Edey and now Braden. It's really, really hard to have the complementary pieces of a TK and Fletch, a CJ, Clough, DJ. You have a phenomenal guy in Homer who you don't even really have to play, if we're being honest as well. And then I didn't even mention Jakari. This isn't a roster that I think everyone believes you can replicate. I believe everybody believes in Paint and what Paint can do. And the way Paint's moving, I do think he actually probably will be able to replicate this. But likely there's going to be some drop-off next year. And with that...
Luke Earl season, baby.
Yeah. And with that comes a ton of pressure. Mm-hmm. And I think when Michigan jumped out the way they did, I think the fan base just felt a lot more pressure, right? And it's that comparison element. Like the one thing I will say that like Purdue fans have done, and I don't think anyone would deny this. I mean, Pickle Rick is still doing it. It's the comparison to Michigan. And Michigan made that comparison really, really tough until about a week ago. Yeah. And so every game felt a lot more weight on Purdue fans' shoulders of like, we want to win by 20 to keep up with Michigan. This is what Michigan's doing. We have to win by 20. Iowa State smoked us by 30. We're going to have to play them again to win a national title, it feels like. That's a lot of weight. That's a lot of pressure. And with that from fans, I know this, like you lash out a little bit. I don't have any issue with what Purdue fans have done. That's just my takeaway from all of it is like there's a ton of pressure on the fan base. You want something you've not never achieved, but like haven't achieved in a long time, and for a lot of fans probably never got to see. And there's a few teams you didn't expect to be at the top of the sport that are right there with you at the top of the sport. And then to carry that over, there's two teams in UConn and Duke no one's talking about right now that are still like at the top of the sport. That's just a lot of pressure, man. And then you lash out. And it's not the same, but like Purdue fans, I can tell you, I watched my team win a championship, turn around and win 73 games, and then sign KD. It's not fun when you're expected to win. That's just like it. Like it's not like it's not like 2022 Warriors championship was so much more fun than 2016, 2017, 2018 because it's like no one expected us to do it. That's fun. Like what you guys are dealing with this year, knowing next year might look so much different, isn't fun. And honestly, like you do lash out a little bit, and I have no issue with it. I'm not saying JK or anybody does, but like that's just my takeaway. I don't necessarily agree with the perspective of like no matter what we say, they're gonna have like a criticism just because we're not saying Purdue's gonna win the national title. But I do agree from the perspective of like they want everything to be about Purdue, even if it isn't.
Yeah, that's more what I was getting at. And trust me, like, bro, 20 years, every single year, the Patriots played a game they were supposed to win. This is the first Celtics year in like 5 that there's been no pressure for it. UNC hasn't been great, but even with them not being great, like there's still the blue blood pressure of like y'all are supposed to be good. It's just like the pressure does make you like it makes you like be a little agitated. Like, bro, I mean, it's just that's just how it is. And I don't even think it's necessarily a bad thing to have fans that passionate. Like, I just know that, like, because like, bro, I see Patriots fans and Celtics fans that are like 10 times worse than
Celtics fans respectfully shouldn't be.
Purdue fans, but
Celtics fans respectfully shouldn't be. Patriots, I get, but we don't have to get into that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Sorry,
I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, I think Celtics fans should be like just enjoying the moment.
I mean, I get it, but like, they have had like the pressure, like all the conference finals, like they should probably have more than one. Like,
I guess, yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, two titles in 40 years or whatever it is, 50 years. I don't know. Like,
I know. I get it. But also, like, y'all's is complete recency bias because y'all were irrelevant for the last.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like a hit. To me, it's not a historical thing, right? It's a what are you doing right now? Because if it was historical, I would tell Purdue fans just enjoy the moment. Like, let's be real. Like, Purdue doesn't have like it's not Kentucky, it's not it's not Duke, it's not UNC, right? Like, it's like, but you came in unanimous number one. Connor, Andy, Pickle, Rick. That's the first time, right? Preseason number one. Am I incorrect about that? I think so. First time hit a preseason number one. You have the National Player of the Year for like I said, it feels like the 4th straight year. you have this crazy like supporting cast. The pressure is because this is the moment. This is the moment. Like that. Like I don't know. Like I to me, it's not a historical thing. It's like this is our year. This is our moment. And then this big bad wolf came out of nowhere, and it's like, dang, that's not what I was expecting, right? Like it's the same feeling of like you're at your 9 to 5, and you think you're like the next person to get the promotion, but like that promotion's a year or two away. Somewhere within that year or two, they hire somebody new, and you're like, damn, that dude's pretty good at his job. Or she's pretty good at her job, or whatever the case is. And it's tough. It's a lot of pressure. And Purdue fans, like, I get it. I don't know that I'm saying I'm correct with what's going on. That's just my perspective. But I'll tell you what, like, I definitely understand the feeling if that is what's going on. And I'm all good with what you guys are doing. It's all good by me.
Yeah. Does JK root for any team that sucks? Yes, the team we're about to talk about. Also, just so y'all know, like, my dad always tells me that like I'm the luckiest person ever because he raised me to be a fan of Boston teams, and like when he grew up was when the Red Sox curse was going on and all that stuff, and the Patriots were horrible. Like, I've been blessed. What can I say? Maybe I was the good luck charm. All right, we'll go UNC. They got embarrassed.
Let's go back to that really quickly. Just really quickly. The Patriots blessed you guys. Like,
And the Red Sox.
how many do the Red Sox have? I don't know much about baseball. They got 4?
Yeah, 4 since 2004.
Okay, so that's like what, one every like 3 or 4 years?
Yeah,
Or is my math on that
it's
wrong,
funny.
probably?
The pattern was literally 04, 07, 13, 18.
I never knew they won in 18 straight up. I knew 04 and 07. And like if you told me 13, like if you had me guess, I would have probably said a year around 2013. I never would have got to 2018. Never would have got to 2018.
Yeah, that was the year they beat the Dodgers and a guy that literally never played again. Steve Pierce won World Series MVP.
I'll be honest, I thought the Patriots only won once or twice, guys. My bad. Or no. The Red Sox only won once or twice, guys. That's my bad. The Bruins are sick. I knew the Bruins were very good. I've bet on the Bruins a lot in the Stanley Cup lately.
Bro, the Bruins have been the weirdest team in hockey this year. They keep winning like 9 in a row, and then they lose like 4 in a row.
But honestly, I was going to say, like, if Brady won 6 rings, how many do the Patriots have? Because Brady has 7, so they have 6.
Yeah.
If Brady won 6 and the Red Sox got 2 and the Celtics got 2, I wouldn't call you like the luckiest fan in the world. I would just tell you you're a fan of really good teams. Like,
yeah,
like lucky is like LA. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's BS what they get to do.
But yeah, the Dodgers. That's very true. Hey man, I will say, Rick, I'll give you your kudos because that Chris Bryant to seal the world. Watching the Cubs win the World Series was cool as shit because like it did remind me of the Red Sox breaking the curse in 04. Like
someone said I'm a Purdue fan therapist right now. Who was
Yep. Hey.
Should I clip that, chat? Was I correct? What was my therapy session for you guys correct? Like, did we crack the code on Purdue fans a little bit?
Dr. Dion. So I do want to get into a few like other results of the night. UNC in typical fashion, and it kind of reminded me the Connor and Rick exchange earlier. Rick had said like Iowa couldn't miss, and Connor was like, at what point do we start talking about the defense? Bro, I have so many UNC friends from college or just like fans of the team.
Get back to the Boilers.
And I'm weak. And like they're texting me the whole time, like, bro, this is BS, bro. Stanford's never going to shoot 16 of 28 again. Mind you, I'm watching I get it. Like Ibuka is really good, but I'm watching him have the ball at the right hash. We're doubling him like 10 feet from the 3-point line and leaving a dude who's 4 of 4 from 3 on the night wide open in the corner. Like the defensive scheme is just, and Rick, I was not making a comparison. I'm just saying it's the same thing. Like UNC fans complain about teams BS making shots against them all the time. And I'm like, bro, y'all can't complain about that when it's like they're not even trying to play defense. Like Okore, yeah, he might have got contested at the rim sometimes, but like they let him get to his spots. And I tweeted it. I was like, if you let a dude like that get to their spots, you already lost.
I agree. I'll get into UNC or Stanford really quickly. Dr. Dion, same time next week. You got it. Thursdays will be Dr. Dion day. If Purdue ever loses, we'll do like a full therapy session on here. I think
we'll do like the worldwide wob thing where it's like Purdue fans let it all out.
It'll just be like a Purdue therapy session if they ever lose. Like we got y'all on that. Dion gonna start charging us hourly. Never that. Pickle Rick said, bro, Iowa didn't score 95 on us. Is that something Iowa does? Like, I feel like that's not something Iowa ever does. Nick Boyer says, Dion, I have to ask again, Purdue versus MSU on a neutral tomorrow. Did I not? If I didn't answer that previously, Nick, I apologize. I don't understand Michigan State. So I got Purdue by a billion.
I don't either. It's the weirdest team in basketball.
I'm very, very. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, he was saying that like my comparison was unfair.
Yeah, I get it. I will say though, like 70 to 80 from Iowa is like 100 for a lot of teams. Like, because they're not shooting until the 29th second on that 30-second shot clock sometimes. Um, Connor says there are 12 possession in that game. Man, I hate Ben McCollum. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about like, yo, Ben McCollum, like the coach. Yeah, you answered, but you said MSU would win a few weeks ago, but yes, things have changed. Wow, I'm sorry if I
Yeah, I
said
remember it was like I think it was like 3 weeks ago. I remember that
really.
question being asked. To be fair, it was after like Iowa State had that, and you were like, your explanation was like, I feel like Michigan State's guards could like muck it up in the similar way, and like it could be. You weren't like they boat race them or anything, but I mean, I think your answer would definitely change on that.
I just don't understand Michigan State. I'll be honest. Like, you could ask me the same Michigan State question 10 times and you'll probably get 10 different answers because, like, truly, I think that's a bad team. And then,
Yeah,
like, Izzo just figures it out. So, like, I watch them play and I'm like, wow, they stink. And then you can watch them play a week later. You're like, yeah, they're the best team in the Big Ten. I don't get them. Izzo's a phenomenal coach, and I can never play for Izzo because he's too tough. So I would quit. And so that's why I could never understand Izzo. MSU certainly could beat Purdue on a neutral, and they could even win in Mackey. I don't agree with the Mackey portion. I don't think shooting matters. Shooting doesn't travel, and Michigan State can't even shoot at the crib. So, like, I don't think they can win on the road. I mean, getting back to North Carolina, Stanford, I continue to hammer this point home. Riley continues to tell me I'm incorrect. I don't have. Do they do plus minuses or like lineup breakdowns for college basketball at all?
I'm sure there's got to be somewhere where you can find plus minuses. There has to be.
I
Like,
know you can see like the most frequent lineups, and their five most frequent lineups are involving Hyena and Akil say they do. Can you tell me, do they do like net rating for lineups though? I want to know what Visar and Caleb Wilson's numbers are when one is on the court and not the other. I'm going to
yeah,
continue to hammer that point home. And maybe I'm incorrect, and maybe the numbers showcase that. But I'm like 90% sure the best version of Caleb Wilson is with Visar off the court. And the only acceptable version of Visar is with Caleb Wilson off the court. The two non-shooter things I think kills North Carolina a lot. And it's not fully their fault. Kyron Evans stinks. And Bogovox is bad. Like,
yeah. See,
it's not good.
the biggest problem to me is like I think Caleb and Visar are. I think they're fine because Visar can shoot a little bit, but I think the problem for me is like, bro, besides Seth, every guard that plays is food. Like bad. Like Kyan does not play defense. Luca does not play defense. Dixon is just he's a freshman. He's not ready yet. Like none of them play defense. And it's just like that's the point I keep trying to make is I'm like, look, 16 to 28 is 57% from three crazy from Stanford. Yes, it is, but like of those 28 looks, I can guarantee you that 23 of them were wide open. You let a team get wide open looks and get rhythm, that's how they start making BS shots. Like that's just not good defense. Then you counter the fact that UNC, which is another sign of just like they shot 20 of 32 from the free throw line. Like, how do you miss that many free throws?
Okay, two things, and I apologize. I feel like I'm going against you a lot today, and that's not my intention, so I'm sorry, JK. I don't disagree that Visar can shoot. He don't want to, though. So, but like my point is like they don't have with Visar and Caleb Wilson on the court, they don't have anybody you have to close out to, right? Like Visar is shooting what like I just pulled it up. Hold on, 53% from three, but he's only taken 43 attempts in what like 18, 19 games. So like, what happened to Riley? He's actually recording the full I'm doing the full day with G today, I believe.
Yeah, you guys get Riley on the full Purdue Iowa recap, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So like, I just don't think like, I don't disagree, but you don't have to close out to him. Like it if you don't have to close out to VSAR, you can trap Caleb Wilson, and that's what you see teams doing a lot of. And to me, that's part of the issue. We don't get G on the. You do. It's G and Riley, right?
Yeah, Carter's off today.
Carter's off today. Yeah. Predictions for Bears versus Rams. What's the weather like, Preston?
Oh, it's going to be bad. It's 19 degrees and snow, and Stafford's 1-9 in his last snow games, and yeah, it's going to be rough.
Yeah, that's tough. I think because of that, I kind of like the Bears. However, this is where I was a Kyron Williams fantasy owner. So like the dual backfield thing stunk. Not gonna lie, like that wasn't great for me. But I think this is the moment where that dual backfield, like that's gonna work in your favor. So Carter showed up yesterday on that thing. He didn't mean to cover for you. Did he mention that on the pod? I haven't watched.
So all right. So what happened is they got right before the Discord, and Greg said, like, we have to discuss something, like this is a first in Sleeper's history. Like you showed up on a day you weren't supposed to. And Cart was like, I'm gonna be honest, man. Didn't realize I was supposed to be off. It was so funny. It was top tier comedy, and they talked about it. And then, like, Carter was feeling, I think he has like a virus or something. And then he had to get
showed up sick.
Yeah, and then he had to go pick up his kids. So what that led to was the first 2-topic full episode in Sleeper's history.
I mean,
honestly, it's peak cinema. It really is.
Honestly, respect to Cart, man. Like he
said, because Greg was like, yeah, man, Michigan State won by 21. So I'm not even thinking about like you having the day off. I'm like, full day with Cart tomorrow. And Cart was like, yeah, I mean, just didn't know I was supposed to be off. That's on me. Didn't even try to like, yeah, man, I showed up because I love it. He's just like, nah, if I'd have known I was off, I wouldn't have showed up. It was
to be honest with you, when I didn't get the text from G, because like I told you yesterday, I just didn't put it in my calendar, which is incorrect move to do. I did for the rest of the month, but when I didn't get the text from G, I assumed I was on today. So like I didn't get the text from G like later that night. I woke up. I didn't set an alarm because like if I don't get the topic text from Cart, I'll be there at 6 either way. Yeah. Right? Like that. If I don't get the topic text from G, I know I'm not on that day. Right? So like I just like moved on. So I didn't wake up, and then I shot him a text like, yo, it's all good. Like, it's honestly way easier with work. And then last night, I also didn't get the topic text from G. So I'm like, let me check the Google. I didn't realize, in my head, I'm like, oh, I'm on Thursday still. Like, I didn't realize what was going on. Like, my brain was so befuddled. On the whole thing. So, I mean, honestly, like, I think it works out for everybody. To be honest with you, this first like full day Riley's gone in a long time. So, like, hopefully he's in his bag.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's a great day for him to be on too. Like he gets the good recaps. He gets to discuss what happened at Stanford last. I mean, this is like a dream day for Riley. Like this is,
it's a big moment for Riley. It's a softball day in terms of talent.
Yeah,
like you got to hit a home run. Pickle Rick, you are absolutely correct. A PTA meeting for a 2-year-old is absolutely insane.
Parent teacher conference for his kid that got moved. Yeah,
absolutely insane. Carter has the oldest 2-year-old in the world.
It's pretty funny.
It's nuts.
Also, I'm not gonna lie, like Leon being 2 feels crazy to me. I feel like Cart.
He's not 2.
He's not really 2, but
he's 1, I think.
Then why'd you just say 2?
Because that's what Pickle Rick put in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say because 2, it doesn't feel like Cart.
Yeah, wait a second. Teacher conference for a 1-year-old.
Yeah, now that makes it even worse. Hold up, we just broke it down.
What are we talking about? Because he was born. Me and Leon, like the main reason I'm all Carter does call him.
That's the most Carter thing ever to call him too.
Carter definitely calls him too. But like Leon's what 14, 16, 17 months old because that was my first day on the channel.
Bro, that is, what do you even talk about?
He cried a lot today.
Yeah, those cries were extra. Took a few extra crawls.
Like Cart scheduling parent teacher conferences for Leon is for sure like one of the all-time Cart bits.
Yeah, that's
that's special.
That's elite. One last thing I want to address here. Ryan Harrison, really enjoyed that UConn recap. Keep up the great work. I just want to make this clear, just so y'all know how the process works.
Was that sarcastic? Why are we addressing it?
He was being sarcastic because there's no UConn Seton Hall recap on the channel or anything. So here's how I want y'all to know this is how it works.
I didn't know what was going
on. There's a gigantic spreadsheet that our whole team has access to it. Every week that gets sent out, people sign up for games. I can't help it that no one signed up for UConn Seton Hall. What do you?
Is that real? No one signed up for UConn Seton Hall?
I think one person signed up for it, but they didn't have anyone to do it with them. Like, if the whole team doesn't want to do a UConn preview or recap,
does J Hart still work for you?
I wouldn't say work for me, but
I would.
But yes, he does. Like he still does. Like he still hits me for like when we do clips for like the Braden like pod and stuff like that.
Nah, I'm just messing around. J Hart's my guy. That's one of he's my intern, unofficial intern of that boy D Hill, J Hart.
That is true.
If someone doesn't sign up for a UConn game, JK, you do have permission to sign me up.
All right. Because I will say this. I'm pretty sure that like the last 4 UConn games, I think we did recaps on 2 of them without doing previews, but I'm pretty sure the last like
that's 4 not true. I did 2 of them.
Maybe it's not 4. There was one, it was like DePaul or something where we didn't do a preview, but we did a recap. Anyways.
No. Because I was on that one.
Pretty much it's either you or is it Riley or Tanner? There's one person.
It's normally me and Subi. So I think the last few UConn preview recaps have been me and Subi, and then I think Riley was sprinkled in there too.
Yeah, see, I think there's like a lot of, I don't know. I think the problem is, and I don't think it's a disrespect thing for UConn. I think it's just like the Big East is so brutal that like.
To be honest with you, JK, this is me giving them respect. Like, if there's only one person signed up, Ryan, I'll take it. Like, there is like scheduling conflict issues like that I've brought up. Like I told JK about offline as to why I'm only doing previews and recaps on the weekend this week. But for UConn, I will switch that.
Yes,
I can make it work for UConn. It's just
we do need to do more UConn stuff though, like actual hand up. Like I think UConn should be one of the teams where it's like we do it no matter what. Like
yeah,
for sure.
Honestly, if G and Cart don't want to like, if G and Cart obviously they have like their set schedule in terms of previews and recaps, you can put me in pen for any UConn recap that they don't sign up for. I'm good with that. Like if I forget to do it, JK, this is me telling you just sign me up for it. Then I'll make it happen.
All right, bet. One last thing before we get out of here. This is the beauty of having a PC now instead of a laptop, is I can sit here and edit a freaking video without like my internet or the processor on my computer losing its mind. Got the Purdue recap. It is in Premiere right now. I want people to give their over-under guesses on the Purdue recap to see if anyone can actually get it right. This is like one of my favorite games that we do.
I'm about to test something to see if anybody can help me. Can somebody clip that Dr. Dion portion for me? I don't know how to do it. If not, I can ask Jay Hart too.
Yeah. Also, I can go into StreamYard or whatever and do it too.
Well, you're busy.
That's true. Hit up your intern, bro. He's got you.
No, like you're busy. If you have time, that'd be helpful. I don't know how to do it.
I will say the Dr. Dion that was elite.
I got an hour 5.
Okay. Has anyone given another guess?
You got 45 minutes, 55 minutes, hour 15, over an hour 10, over an hour 75 minutes.
Okay.
How long is 75 minutes?
That's an hour and 15.
Hour 15, 1 hour 13 minutes 26 seconds is Preston's guess.
Okay.
Also, Preston, I never really answered. I think I got the Bears, man. However, there is some bias there. I would love to play the Bears in the NFC Championship.
Yeah, no, I think the Niners and Seahawks are both like, please, Bears win.
If the Niners win Saturday, there's no bigger Bears fan in the world than me.
Shout out to Connor for being the closest. It is 59 minutes on the dot.
Dang. What? No, you're not close. Oh, I said hour 5. Damn.
He got you by 1 minute.
Yeah,
he got you by 1 minute. Oh, man. All right, guys. We're going to have a huge day on the channel, so be tapped in. Tons of stuff going up today. And, yeah, I'm not sure who Dion's Friday guest will be, but I will say good hanging out with everyone Monday through Thursday. Shout out Riley for allowing me to get those extra days in this week. And, yeah, I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Enjoy some hoops, some playoff football, whatever you like. And I'll be back Monday.
Friday is G and Carter, Pickle Rick.
Love that trio. We'll see y'all.